Jey Uso shocked the world by winning the 2025 Royal Rumble match, but why did he actually win it? Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens put on an early match of the year contender, and Charlotte Flair once again won the Women's Royal Rumble. Let's talk about it. I'm Ben Allison, you're watching Allison Analysis, and here are my 5 key findings from the Royal Rumble. In at number 5, this was the night that Bron Breakker became a star. He eliminated Otis, Carmelo Hayes, Santos Escobar, and did so in a dominant manner that he looked great in doing so. But the big star-making moment for him was ISO Speed shockingly entering the Royal Rumble, and of course that spear. The spear which is going to be replayed for years and years and years, potentially one of the best spears of all time. I mean, it was absolutely brutal. Obviously Speed was looking the wrong way, which made it 10 times worse, but even so, that is a moment which can be replayed for years and years and years now, and has been viewed on social media almost 100 million times so far. All those people now know who Bron Breakker is, and think he is an absolute badass. I mean, I had a party last night celebrating the Royal Rumble, or Royal Rumble watch-along if you will, with quite a few lapsed wrestling fans I'd call them, right? They used to watch it back in the day, but they haven't watched it for years, and this was the first time that they've actually seen Bron Breakker, and they were all saying, this is what WWE wanted Roman Reigns to be back in 2015, and it's kind of true. This guy is a star, and last night was really a star-making performance for him on the big stage. In at number 4, Alexa Bliss worked the dirt sheets, and I love it. Obviously, here at Wrestling Republic, we don't cover dirt sheets. We don't like to cover that nonsense because it spoils a lot of stuff. Sure, it's accurate. I've got nothing against people who do report it, but I just think it harms the industry. And a lot of them for weeks and weeks and weeks, even as of yesterday, were reporting that Alexa Bliss's representatives and WWE were far too far apart. They could not agree a contract, and basically WWE were of the presumption that Alexa Bliss was done with the company. So unless in just a few hours things massively change and she suddenly arrived in Indianapolis with all her gear, it appears that they were worked, and I love this for them. Hopefully they continue to do this more. Hopefully dirt sheets get more and more wrong, because they just spoil surprises, don't they? So I love it when we get even more surprised because they report something and they're completely wrong about it. But on a more serious note, I'm just so happy to see Alexa Bliss back in the company. It's been almost 2 years now, and yeah, it's just great to see her once again. But I do think my prediction of Wyatt 6 and Alexa Bliss versus the Judgment Day at WrestleMania will be the plan. In at number 3, Cody versus Kevin Owens in the ladder match was an instant classic. I was thinking about this earlier, and quite honestly, I'm not sure the last time I loved a one-on-one ladder match as much as this one. And truthfully, maybe this is recency bias, but I'm not sure if we've seen a better one since Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho. That is how much I loved it. But what was fascinating was Cody was showing a more aggressive side to him, a side we haven't necessarily seen in quite a while. Which of course leads us to the question, is Homelander Cody coming soon? Again, for me, I think he sells too much merch, but I'm really hoping I'm wrong because I would love to see that. But at the end of the day, it wasn't much of a surprise that Cody Rhodes won last night. Sure, there was an outside chance, a long shot, that Kevin was going to win, but I think we all knew deep down at least that Cody was going to win, and indeed he did get it. And he's on his way to the main event of WrestleMania once again now. But the other big question coming out of this was, where was Randy Orton? Because I expected him to return in the Royal Rumble, I expected him to win the Royal Rumble, but obviously he didn't, and he didn't return in the ladder match either. I still do think the plan at WrestleMania is going to be Cody versus Orton and Kevin versus Sami, and last night the interaction between Kevin and Sami reinforced that belief for me, but Randy Orton is still nowhere to be seen. But before we go any further, if you guys could like and subscribe, that would be massively appreciated. Here at Wrestling Republic, we create between 5 to 10 free videos every single week, and in addition to that, do a live daily stream every single night at 8 PM UK, 3 PM Eastern in America, and 12 PM Pacific. I hope to see you guys there. Thank you. In at number 2, I have no problem with Charlotte Flair winning the Royal Rumble as long as she's a heel. I mean, unless Becky Lynch returned during this match, which I kind of did expect, it was pretty obvious that Charlotte was going to win. And maybe because I predicted her and so did so many other people, that I wasn't really surprised and I didn't really feel the need to complain like a lot of people did on social media. I mean, weeks and weeks ago, I said that I think they should do Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. And at the time, I controversially said that Tiffany Stratton should be the heel. And the reason I said that was she's a much better heel than face, in my opinion, and since she's won the title, she has started to act more and more like a heel once again. But now Charlotte's won the Rumble, I mean, Charlotte's got to be the heel. Fans are annoyed, and I mean, that's good too. As long as she's a heel, that's good. They're meant to be annoyed. It works. I'm excited for the match. But again, babyface Tiffany Stratton, it'll work. It will work. But I just think she's so much better as a heel. Or maybe it's a swerve and maybe they're going to do Charlotte versus Rhea. And in at number 1, Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble has changed everything heading into Mania. Going into the Rumble, I said that I thought Gunther was going to drop the title before WrestleMania, and at Mania for the World title, it would be a fatal four-way between Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. It made a lot of sense. There was so much overlap in those storylines, and in fact, last night they actually teased that exact fatal four-way once again. But obviously, Jey Uso won the Rumble. So that plan is kind of out of the window now because I think it is a safe presumption that we are getting Jey Uso versus Gunther at WrestleMania, but that is kind of the only safe presumption that you can make right now. I mean, personally, if I'm being completely honest, I'm not too excited for Jey versus Gunther again. I thought their previous matches have been fun, but nothing amazing, and at Saturday night's main event only 1 week ago, I didn't think that Jey Uso got anywhere near close enough to defeating Gunther to get me excited and to want me to, see them wrestle again. But on a more positive side, I absolutely love the element of surprise. Nobody really predicted this, and I do love that. And after the past couple of years that he's had and the amount of merch that he has sold, Jey does deserve this. But from a storyline perspective, I do just think there were better options. But would I have done this? No. But will I complain? I'm also not going to complain. As long as the storyline is good, as long as they make me care from here, and listen, they got like 2.5 months to do so, then I'm just going to stop complaining and I'm not going to say anything. And like I said, the element of unpredictability, I do love that. But overall, I did have an absolute blast watching the Royal Rumble. Joe Hendry returning, or debuting, I guess, on the main roster was amazing. Jordynne Grace making her actual debut for WWE was amazing as well. It was just a really, really fun show. It flew by. I had a blast watching with friends. But like I said, the WrestleMania plans are now completely up in the air. But what did you guys think of the show? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I will be back tomorrow to talk to you guys about something else. See you guys then. Peace!